Hi, my name is Michael. I'm just going to give you a quick 5-minute review of the Gazelle CityZen T10, which I just bought a week ago. So this is kind of a user review, tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Okay, this is the bike. Now, as you can see, I've already done a few modifications to it. I've stuck panniers on it. I've also changed out the grips. I put on some Ergon GP2 grips. That was the first thing I found about the bike out of the box. The grips are just pretty average. I've swapped them over. I've always used Ergon grips on my other bikes, and I think if you're going any distance, you really need to have some sort of more like relief for your hands, because those simple ones that come standard get pretty tired pretty quickly. The other thing I think you can see here, which I've made a very quick adjustment to, I've taken off the saddle that came with the bike, which frankly was rubbish. Put on a Brooks saddle, and the difference in comfort is like night and day. It's really different. So the Gazelle CityZen T10, overall my verdict on it is it's an electric bike. Obviously it's really good quality, kind of what you'd expect from a European bike. This particular model comes with a 500 power pack, which is supposed to have a pretty good range. I find in practice, I got this bike because I was doing a 50-kilometre commute, which is kind of ambitious. I'm not doing it every day, but 25 kilometres each way across Sydney. And the reason I got it is because I don't want to rely on the train or the bus, and there's a few hills, 2 or 3 particularly steep hills en route. What I found then is the 500 battery, which I think is the biggest battery you can get, pretty much good for one day. Return trek 50 kilometres. Now that's using a lot of the turbo. I'm using it in turbo mode. As you probably know, there's different modes to it. The eco mode is pretty much just like a neutral gear. It doesn't give you much boost at all. Just going around town, you get the tour mode is pretty much enough to get you around and up small hills. And the 2 really fun modes obviously are sport and in particular turbo, which really does give you a lot of kick. This is the motor, the Performance Line, which is the mid-range Bosch motor. I find it gives plenty of power for what I need. The obvious thing is going up hills, and I just find it amazing. You go up a hill, and it's kind of, you can accelerate up a hill. You can be going up a hill at 20 to 30 kilometers per hour, which combined with the gears, you've got 10 gears, hence the name T10, and the derailleur gears. See that? So combined with the gears and the boost, you're pretty much flying up hills. The acceleration it gives you as well, if you're just going from a standing start in a first or second gear, you get this amazing kick of acceleration, particularly if you're in turbo or sport mode. So just going around the city, it's a pretty impressive package, and it's pretty effortless. Well, like I say, going up hills, that's where it makes the real difference, even particularly steep hills. Combination of the gears and the motor, it really does what it says on the box. It really does get you around. So very strong, powerful motor, great for going up hills. Really takes all the strain out of commuting. It's combined with great gears and sort of overall good quality. I think just the general layout as well, the handlebars, the way they're kind of fairly upright, but not too European, it's quite sporty, and just the arrangement with the gears and the Intuvia system. You've got a light as well, and you've got all the information there. You can click through, you can do your range. Now at the moment I've been using this for half a day. I've got 4 out of 5 cells of battery, and that's only telling me, look, 33 kilometers range. That would pretty much just about get me to work, 25 kilometers. So this idea that you could just charge it once a week, maybe if you're just doing a 5-kilometer commute every day, or 10 kilometers, maybe that's true. But there you go.
average speed. I get across Sydney, it's a 25-kilometre commute, and I do it in an hour. So that's averaging 25 kilometres an hour. That's pretty good going. The only other thing I would say is it cuts out at 30 kilometres an hour. Well, this is an American model. It cuts out at 20 miles an hour. And it's one thing you do notice, because you get accustomed to the power very quickly. And particularly on the flat, you're cruising along, you hit 30 and it's like you hit a wall. It's like you suddenly hit the brakes. The power assist comes off, and it's almost like riding through glue. You really get stuck on 30. So unless you're going down a hill, you get a very sudden reminder of the lack of boost, I guess. I know you can get these gadgets and dongles that will remove the speed limiter, but it's surprising. You can get very used to doing 30 kilometres, 32 kilometres very quickly with very little effort, and you get spoiled. The only other features, got a great light on it, as I say. Which is good. I've stuck my own extra light on there. You got a good pannier, rear light. I've stuck another light on there. The only other criticism I would say is it is a kind of the crossbar is. It's neither here nor there. It's neither male nor female, is it? I find it just a little bit, just getting on and off, just a little bit awkward sometimes. In terms of weight as well, it's aluminium, and that's supposed to be lightweight, but I don't find it lightweight at all. It's about 20 kilos. I can just about lift it when it's not loaded, but including the battery, which is pretty hefty. My wife, who's like 5'2", she wouldn't be able to lift that anywhere. So it's a pretty hefty weight, and it's pretty solid. The only other criticism I'd have it is there is no kind of suspension. There's no so you feel pretty much everything when you're riding over bumps. I think that the saddle helps a little bit here, but it's a pretty solid ride. I've heard people say, yeah, you want to get like another saddle with some suspension on it. I don't know much about that. I'm not going to bother, but I'm riding mostly on roads. But yeah, it's not the most comfortable of rides. Tyres pretty good, pretty solid. I've got them pumped up to about 80. And that's about it, really. So after 1 week, am I satisfied? Yeah, I'm really glad. Is it worth $3,000? Well, that's a question. For me, because I'm a regular commuter, it's going to save me money in the long run. I would say, I don't know, maybe the price will come down. It's a lot of money to pay for basically it's a $1,000 bike. Does the engine and everything add on an extra $2,000 worth of value? I'd say possibly not, but that's this is the kind of standard price now for the bike. I mean, it's a great piece of kit overall. For me, it's worth it. I don't have any regrets, and it's getting me to and from work, and it'd be great for touring as well. Like I say, the range is only 70 to 90 kilometres with a 500 battery. The other thing I found as well, you can't take these things overseas. You can't pack them up and put them on a plane. Well, you can, but you can't take the battery with you. I brought this in from the States with great difficulty. Managed to get the battery through the airline as dangerous goods, but in ordinary circumstances you can't take these batteries on airlines, so you're pretty much stuck in the country that you're using it in. Okay, that's my review. Gazelle CityZen T10, great bike. I'm using it a lot. It looks good, rides really well. Yeah, I'd say 9 out of 10.